Man, I'm starting to realize it's a point in life where you gotta like reprioritize things, put things in proper perspective, man. And what you thought was important, you may not be so important once you reprioritize things, man. Like for me, things that I used to think that was real important is just it's at the bottom of the list. The bottom of the list. And I got about 20 better things I can do before I ever reach that point type of shit. You know what I mean? Reprioritizing things. And one other thing I realized is like when it come down to working things out, trying to balance it, balance the scale, the more you work, the more to work itself out. Like for me, I hate to say a hole, but in a black hole, I see Satan 10 feet away type of shit, man. But I ain't gonna work, man. I recall back on my stepdaddy. I remember he came, I was a little boy. He came from the army and he had to start off at FedEx. He was working at FedEx, and I remember him as a little boy laughing at him, making jokes. But he started at that starting point, FedEx, and he kept working and working and working and working till he got himself out there. He got his family, out there in apartments. They got a house. He was buying his wife Mercedes Benzes. He bought him a Jag. And it just let me know that the more you work, the more it'll work itself out. So sometimes, we can't focus on the results so much. The process is just as important as the results. The process is just as important as the results. The process is just as important as the results. So a lot of times we be so focused on the result, trying to balance it out, trying to balance out that scale. You know what I'm saying? But you really can't focus on the results because the process is just as important as the results. The only thing you can do is what you can do. That's work. Work on you. Work on it. Just work. And here the results is not in your hand anyway. That's up to the man upstairs. And you let him figure that out. You got work to do. But I'm doing my work. So I just feel like when balancing these skills, man, I'm just going to focus on the process because the process is just as important as the results. I'm gonna focus on the process. I'm gonna enjoy the process. I'm gonna work. Get lost in my work, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and find comfort in my work, and know that the more I work, it's gonna work itself out, and everything gonna balance out. You know what I mean? And I don't really want to be long-winded. If I can leave anything with you, I would just tell you that I will leave two things with you. The process is just as important as the results. The process is just as important as the results. And the more you work, the more to work itself out. Don't really focus on the results because it ain't up to you. Your job is to work and have faith. If I plant a seed in the ground, only thing I can do is cultivate it. Only thing I can do is tilt the land. Only thing I can do is water it. But the results, in the end, really come from the man upstairs. The harvest is going to come from the man upstairs. But I can't worry about that. The only thing I can do is enjoy the process. You know what I mean? Working, and know that everything going to work itself out. The more I work, the process is just as important as the results. So don't focus on the results. Know that some things is out of our hands, some things out your hands, but concentrate and focus on what you can, control. Remember, one thing I remember, again, when I was a little boy, my mama, she told me, she's like, this is a plate. And on this plate, you can only have so much things. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, bro. You can only focus on what you can focus on. Some shit is out your control. So when things is out of your control, focus on the things that you can control, man. And just know that the process is just as important as the results. The more you work, it will work itself out. And I hope I'm touching somebody's heart as I'm really witnessing to myself. Because when I talk, I ain't no script. I don't think before I just talk. And whatever come out type of shit. Just like in my music. But I ain't going to be long-winded, man. The process is just as important as the process. Work. And I do the same. 100.